This is probably the best training that I seriously have been to in the last couple of years. It's so, not only is he a great trainer, but he has all these wonderful tips and like real world examples, and it's just really been dynamic.
I felt like I had an aha moment all day. I'm like really fresh and new to training. This is my first training opportunity and formal position. So I almost feel like I'm cheating because I kind of get in on the ground level with this like awesome foundation with all the information that we've learned, and I'll be able to apply it over the use of what could be, a pretty long career in this type of field. So everything from the big thing for me was the nervousness and trying to figure out tools and techniques to be able to get that in check without other people noticing and things of that nature. So to me, that was a great way to start the day because that's like the first thing I always think about. So as a new trainer.
I think it's making us take a really hard look at our curriculum and even the companions or the workbooks that people are following along with, just to make sure that we're going over those and really trying to capture effective teaching tools that will help individuals retain what they've learned during our classes. So that's probably one of the key things.
I actually work with a big group of trainers, and what I want to do is take back this pretty much the entire content of the course and bring it back and teach them.
I would absolutely recommend it. I've learned so much today that right now I really feel just like overwhelmed and very excited. I'm actually excited to go through the companion and delve more into those topics. I would definitely recommend this. This gives you a good basis if you've never really gotten the concepts of facilitating.
We have a brand new team of 7, and so we've had our brand new trainers, meaning that they've never trained before here, and I believe that they got, for foundations, just got what we would have taken as far as being the lead trainers. It would have taken us somewhere near, I would say, 6 months for what they got today. So do you know how that cut that time for us and it empowered them?
I teach people how to apply training in a workshop environment, so it's really applicable. So it has helped me come up with ideas as he's talking and training. I was actually writing down things that I could change, that I was thinking of, things I could go back and do right away. But it also helped give me the experience of how people feel when they're in my workshops, because I'm expecting them to be able to synthesize the information and use it right away.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I feel like you got a lot of information, and at times it was like, wow, we have all this, but the fact that we have these companions, you can take it with you and be able to refer back to it over the course of your career. I mean, and just so many tools and tactics that you'll be able to apply. I would definitely highly recommend it to new trainers.
Do you know what I really like is that he really gives you a structure and a way of thinking about how to put curriculum material together in a way that I've never seen it done before. Very useful.
Today was great. Learned a lot, very informative. It put everything in perspective as far as how to start from scratch, to build a training program to encompass everything you need and to get them to understand it at the end.
I think this was more focused. I think it was topics that you could really relate to.
I came to this class to start with. I wasn't sure. I mean, in the morning, I was talking with my colleague. I said, well, I'll show up, and you might see me back at noon. Right. And I'm glad he didn't see me at noon. It was worth it to stay the whole day. Actually, I'm planning on coming back tomorrow. The material that I listened to and I believe I learned. Certainly I need to go back and go through it. I have 2 roles. I'm a project manager, so I facilitate large groups. And also I teach on the side. I'm an accounting lecturer. And most of my students is an evening class. They are matured, in their 30s, 40s, so they have other priorities. And many times I lose their interest and I can't pull my hair. I mean, I spend a lot of time preparing that material, and here you have people falling asleep. And so I tried different strategies to figure out how to capture them, and I think what I learned today was very helpful.
Perspective. We would put some activities in place to draw out some of the stuff that Jason had talked about, like the brainstorm and discuss. We would put those type of things in there, or we do these different activities. And it was just always a pushback to say, no, those aren't the right ones. But they were all in line with what we got today. So we have evidence, and we have tools, and we have strategies that we now have names to, and we have different things that we can use to say, no, this was the right thing that we were doing, and this is why.
I think the foundation was excellent. I liked how we could really deep dive into all the things, and I felt like I think that I'm a step learner based on what we've learned. So I think I really liked being able to explore everything in really a lot of detail and really learn how to apply it. I actually told some people here that I think all of the people that are in the position like I am, which is a lean coach for the health system, that they should all have to take this, that it would be really helpful for people who do this every day. I actually think I would, because I have a group of nurse educators that I'm working with, and they do a class where they are training patients, so I feel like this could help them as well. So I'll try to share what I learned with them, but I think it would be really helpful for people to hear it from him.
Most people come to the project, and they are there because their boss said they have to be there. And I try, in a way, tell them, well, this will advance your career. I think now I think these are nuggets, what I learned today, for them to see not only it will advance their career, but also it will satisfy their daily work. So I think that will be very helpful for me.
I really like the whole learning to separate the whiteboard from the PowerPoint, and recognizing what tools work best for whatever that you're trying to do, and recognize, the 6 words or less and things of that. I think that would be something that I'll definitely can take with me in my first training section, and just recognizing what's appropriate and when I should use what tool, and not just how to use it, but like why this is better in order to be able to get my point across to my trainees. For one, he's really personable. He's really impressive. I mean, and he gets you from the door. As soon as you come in, he makes you feel really comfortable, because like I said, as a person who's coming in as a relatively new trainer, I was kind of nervous about, I knew I would get a lot of information, but I was really nervous about the content and what he would cover. But from the beginning, he comes in and he gets you, and he makes you feel really comfortable and familiar. It's like, it'll be okay. We're going to be friends here. I'm going to make sure you're comfortable. So he's impressed me with being able to recognize people and know their names. And I just think he's just really, really personable. And he makes something that could be kind of complicated and intimidating really, really kind of fundamental and just easy to take in. And really, it's just really good.